Hey, we're back again. Coon Prairie Ramblers.
One more time. Well, two more times.
Yeah, KC and the Moonshine Gang, Luke Rillo, the Clue, Mel, that guy.
That Mel, yeah, that Mel. Malicious Mel.
Yeah, from Melville.
What we gonna talk about?
How about bicycle?
Bicycle.
I rode my bicycle past your window last night.
Pum, pum, pum. I got to meet her a couple of years ago
Melody?
in Nashville.
Was that
Did
Melody?
she sing it?
Yes, she did. She sure did, and some other stuff. Yeah, I got to meet her. I'll just get you a picture of that for
Oh,
the
okay.
YouTube version of this
Yeah.
up in Nashville.
It'd be nice if there was a picture of you and her together
Yes.
on the bicycle.
But on the bicycle. Bicycle built. It had to be a bicycle built for three because she's a pretty hefty. She's a big old heifer now.
Oh.
Yeah, she wasn't when she was younger.
She was sweet, but a very sweet person to meet and talk
Yeah.
to. Very approachable.
Huh.
Sweet, but bicycle. Let's talk about bicycles.
All right, man, yeah.
Let's just pedal on.
I never had a bicycle, but we can talk about it.
I can't believe.
He never went trick or treating. Never had a bicycle. I'm afraid to
Yeah.
ask what else he never had.
Well,
But he ate raw liver.
my childhood was cut short because of being institutionalized. But anyway, when I ran away from home, I didn't have a bicycle.
You didn't run away, actually. You rode away.
He pedaled away.
I took my sister's bike, was stored in the
girl's
shed.
bike.
It was a girl's bike, and that's why I was
Oh.
kind of discreet about it because I didn't want anybody to see me on a girl's bike. But anyway,
was it like a Barbie style, or was it?
Had the little fringe hanging off the handles. And
yeah.
didn't have a sissy bar on the back and a banana seat.
You know, my first
Was it pink?
bicycle that I ever had, I got for Christmas, and I was probably, I would say, 7 years old.
That was a big deal, wasn't it?
And it wasn't like nowadays they have those little small, like BMX bikes.
Right.
I had a 26-inch
Oh, Lord.
regular cruiser bike.
Hope
I
you had
could only,
long
I
legs
could,
back
on-
then.
I did. I could only ride it standing up. I couldn't sit down on the
And
seat.
reach the pedals. I've read it where you push it and you can touch one pedal, then it goes out of your reach and
Yeah.
it comes back around and you catch it. I've done
Catch
that
up with it,
before.
but
I did
me and that bicycle,
I did it on other people's bicycles.
Yes.
we had some adventures.
You-
Rode that thing all over.
You get hurt on a bicycle
We
if you
rode
ain't
it through the
careful.
orange groves, and I think eventually, all of a sudden, one day you decided this bike would look better without fenders, and you take the fenders off of the bicycle.
And then first time you ride through a water puddle and a mud puddle, and it slings it right up the
Yeah.
straight of up the middle of your back. You got a line of water, a line of mud water.
And
If you ain't got that fender
then
to
you
stop it.
decide only sissies have chain guards on
Chain
the bike,
guards.
so you take that off.
Yeah.
And then one day you're riding around, you got your blue jeans on,
And
and all of a
then-
sudden your pants get caught in the chain. And
Game
you gotta
over.
stop and lay down
That's right.
and turn that crank with your hand backwards so you can get your pants. And then you
done
thought,
that, yeah.
hey,
Done
then
that.
you got to
Yeah.
stop and think, I'm not sure that was such a great idea.
I heard that. I hope I didn't throw it away.
Now, did you ever take some cardboard or the balloon and tie it to your spokes?
We used baseball cards.
Baseball cards,
Baseball cards.
playing
And a
cards,
clothespin.
and a clothespin. Because
Yeah.
Mattel made this thing called the Vroom motor, and you could ride your bike, and it sounded like a little motorcycle going by. We could never afford that, so we used it. This was the '60s.
Yeah.
Then we
you,
used.
you must have been a young guy
We-
because that came later on. Yeah.
Yeah, we was in the cards, used cards and clothespins.
Yeah.
But I know balloons work too. You don't blow them completely. I just
Right.
blow kind of small.
They go
bit.
pum, 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 pum.
It's funny how you thought that was just the coolest thing in the world.
It was.
So you run
was.
around making that brrrr.
You was bad to the bone when
Yeah.
you did that. You ever loosen the nut on the front where the stem comes up in your handlebars with it, and then turn the handlebars up
Yep.
and tighten it up so you're riding like a cow's horn sticking
Uh-huh.
up? We did that.
And then we can build a ramp in the middle of the road.
That's
It wasn't
right.
permanent, it
Oh,
was just
yeah.
Jump
temporary.
that ramp.
And sometimes you didn't get the ramp, sturdy enough, and it would
No.
bend on
It
you.
would collapse.
Well, sometimes the ramp was a 2x4 and a can.
Whoa.
You better hit it. I was going to say, you got one shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a 2x4 and a can. And
Yeah.
I've seen some hellacious wrecks.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh, yeah.
I've seen some good ones on YouTube.
I've been involved in them
Mm-hmm.
and seen them firsthand.
What about riding people on your handlebars?
The handlebar's one thing. Did that, but I hated to be the passenger sitting on the crossbar sometimes. Done that too.
Oh,
You're riding
yeah.
side saddle.
Yeah, yeah.
Then when it falls over, it always falls the backwards way you hit your head. I've done that. I hated that.
Now, when I was in high school,
And it looks sissy too.
That's what I'm talking about. It does now that I think about it.
I had a friend named Fred, and
Fred
was always got the blunt end of my practical jokes and stuff.
Oh,
so
boy.
me and Fred, we went swimming down at the levee.
Drove a Chevy to the levee.
Yep.
And little Levy was driving.
And I was riding Fred on the handlebars, and I kind of got off the levee when he was going down the hill, and I couldn't get lost control. So I just stepped off the bike, and there goes
And let
Fred.
him go?
There goes Fred hanging on. He's looking back at me, and if looks could talk.
No wonder you didn't have any friends. That was the day your friendship with Fred ended.
Yeah. In fact, that happened to Fred. Me and Fred once before. We was going down the driveway, and I thought, I think I'll just step off and let him go.
I might have been a nerd, but I was glad to get a basket in front of my bicycle one day. Got that. Great for carrying your school
you
books in
can
and stuff.
yeah.
Or when you went Coke bottle hunting, you could stick the Coke bottles neck down through the basket and just stack them in there and let them all
You
stand
know
up.
something else? One thing we didn't have that everybody's got now, we didn't have locks on our bicycles.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right about that.
We didn't worry
Well,
about
did you have a bike? You were afraid that it would get stolen?
it. No, because we weren't afraid anything was going to get stolen.
And
My
if it
bikes
did-
were pretty raggedy, so
If
nobody
it
could
did
steal
get
mine.
stolen, maybe I can get a better
No,
one.
it's just that there was, I mean, you left stuff on your porches and your yard, and you didn't worry about
Yeah.
the thievery then.
That's right.
They didn't do that down here in DeSoto County, did they?
Not back then. You leave your bike laying around now and see what happens.
Well, the thing is, you'd recognize your bike if someone did steal it. You'd see it later.
We
Oh, you'd hear it when they come out with their.
you recognize a brrrr. Yeah, I know who's
There's the only person with cards in your.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. What baseball card you got there? Hey, that's my guy.
We did one thing one time watching these movies about the Knights of the Round Table where they do this jousting, where we get on each end of the road, coming at each other with swinging a croquet mallet, a croquet mallet,
Broomstick.
a croquet mallet. When you come riding by each other, you try to hit each other.
You guys were
That
brilliant.
only lasted a time or two. We got that out of our system pretty quick.
Yeah.
And wheelies. Remember doing the wheelies?
Hopping wheel. I was never good at
You
that.
do that with the banana bikes. They're better at that.
Yeah, they were almost built for it.
Yeah.
It's almost like cheating.
Yeah. I had a friend.
But you get a 26-inch cruiser, it's hard to wheelie one of those bad boys.
I had a 10-speed one time. I never was real crazy about that, having to change gears.
And then always jump the railer, the deraillers, or whatever they call them.
I didn't have one very long. I sold it.
Yeah, I like plain old 1-speed.
That's right. And
With,
you know,
with
there's
the brake, with the foot brake.
I don't think there's no such thing as a speed limit on the bicycle, because the faster you pedal, because if you could pedal 100 miles an hour, it would go 100 miles an hour. It's just up to the strength of your legs.
So the police are not going to pull you over.
You're right, they'd be chasing you.
Yeah. Unless you're going down the interstate. They don't want you on the interstate. But they didn't have interstates back when we was kids.
I don't know. Not around here.
Yeah.
We never had any hills where I grew up to ride a bicycle down. I think that would have been fun.
But when I was a kid, I always wanted to go over the Skyway.
Really?
On your bicycle?
Oh, the old Skyway.
That'd have been fun. Pedaling up would have been a pain in the butt, but going down
I
would
wanted
have been
somebody
pretty
to carry
cool.
me up there and drop me off.
Drop you off.
Yeah.
I always thought that would have been fun.
So what were the
Dangerous.
what were the main brands of bicycle to choose from back in those days? We had
I don't even remember.
Schwinn.
Schwinn was one.
We had Schwinn.
And
Maybe that was it. And Mattel? No.
There were other bicycles. I just can't recall them. It's been so long.
Yeah. My friend Larry, he
Columbia.
had a Columbia.
Yeah.
He had a 26-incher. Plus, he had a banana bike. He had two. I didn't have a single bike, and he had two.
It's like having two vehicles.
Yeah, that's rich folks.
Stepping in high car.
Yeah, I gotta look out the window. Oh, he's driving his other bicycle this day.
My worst, worst memory of riding a bike, riding barefooted, and you're going full blast,
oh, God.
and your foot, you knew what's coming.
And it dragging by.
Your foot slips off the pedal, your toe hits the road, and just knocks into your toe off. Goodness. I was telling you, bleed all the way
You're
home.
just riding and the feet are dragging. You
Lord.
can't stop it because you don't have handbrakes.
All right, we down to 45 seconds now?
Yep.
We're going to have to pedal on out of here, boys and girls. So hope you enjoyed it and brought back some bicycle memories for you. So we'll see you on the other side of the handlebar. We'll be back in a few with the infamous F-bomb.